today's probably going to be another short session. We are down Zug Zug. It seems like half the crew, including myself, are having a day. So let's get right into it. So, Kamana and Winter, or as I should say, Virgil and Nomad, you guys were in town, speaking to Torin and the tailor. Are you guys returning back to the brewery at the eve this morning, or are you still hanging out?
I'm scouting out the printing press.
Got it.
To see any activity that happens around there.
Nomad.
And Nomad doesn't know that Virgil is there.
That's right. Virgil walked around the corner, right? And Nomad didn't see him.
Yeah.
But Nomad is going to investigate the printing press.
Okay. How are each of you going to go about it?
I sort of would go around the different types of buildings and do a bit of window shopping, or just like interact with some of the people, but like also keeping an eye on the building.
Okay.
Nomad is going to he's going to make his way out of town like normal, and then he's going to cut into the forest, come back around to this side, because it's this hang on a second, it's this building right here, if I'm not mistaken, that has the printing press.
Yes.
Yeah, so he's going to be to the north of it is tree line, right?
Yeah, so pretty much you've got about 30-ish feet from the back of this building to forest, and then it's pretty much that distance all the way around.
All right, so Nomad's gonna basically leave town like normal, and then cut into the forest, come back around, and scout it out from the tree line.
Okay. So 2 different approaches. I'll have to switch scenes a couple times to see what everybody else is doing. Because last I remember, at the warehouse, Zug. Let me put you guys in DM view for right now. Onyx, Zug, Ignatius, and Tunin were at the brewery at the end of the last session. Oh, and Kalza. Fuck, Kalza, I forgot to get you your memories. I knew I forgot something. Alright, well, while you guys are deciding what you're gonna do, I'm gonna get started on that.
What was the state of our Stumpy boy left in?
Death.
We burned him.
Dead?
Yeah.
Burned?
Okay.
Killed him and burned the corpse.
Got burned.
Yeah, you ran away from that scene and vomited.
Yeah, you went over here to throw.
I remember now.
I can't remember
Like the split.
what I was doing.
Now I'm smoking to forget. Got it.
Yeah.
What are you always doing now?
It's unimportant.
For fuck's sake.
Okay, is anybody researching anything? I know Ignatius is getting blitzed to forget.
Yep.
Just meditating with my beers.
I can't remember. I think I was looking through books to try to find anything about dragons or...
Yeah, we need for anything that we're working on.
You asked me to look for information about dragons as well.
Yeah.
So I think you were about to do the same thing.
Need anything for any of these beers?
I don't remember.
Hmm?
And anything about that dwarven city.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
The Mithril.
Mm-hmm. I think I was just searching through the stuff that we had to see if I could find any information.
Okay, Onyx, then give me an investigation check for the Mithril Hall.
That's not gonna find it.
Mm. You're not finding anything this round on it. And then while you're reading through some of the books that you've already read through pertaining to dragons and shit like that, I need you to do a history check to see if anything pops off your malfunction. Okay, so you're coming back through some of the stuff that you've already read as far as like pertains to dragons and stuff like that, and you realize that you remember reading about a silver dragon that had come through and had wrecked like towns and shit like that, and you're starting to see that it's now turning to red instead of silver.
Oh, so all the information that is like glitching back to say red instead?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
So to be clear, the correct information is that it's a silver dragon, or was it red dragon, not a silver?
Yeah, that it's a red.
Yeah.
So like his original read through, like he was able to find information about a dragon that it was donated as a silver dragon because they are most known to be to and stuff like that. But now that he's reading back through it, that glitch happens so that the books are showing like that it's a red dragon in the history or in some history books instead of silver.
Oh.
Spooky.
I'm just gonna keep looking through stuff at the moment. I don't have anything else to do, so
Yeah. I am trying to multitask. Tune in, so you're just gonna meditate.
Look, there's not anything we need for any of the brews, is there, that I could be out getting?
That would be a tune question.
Oi!
No, we've got everything, don't we? We just needed the dragon fruit from Sita, and that was it.
Okay.
That was like the last thing that we needed.
Yeah, because Kazu, you missed the two that they're trying to get the dragon fruit from. So,
Yeah.
Q you.
Cue me. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I need to get my dragon fruit. Yeah.
Well, I had
Also, just
like when you were away. I pretty much made it to where like the reason you were gone for parts of the sessions was because you were going to get said dragon fruit.
stuff. True. Alright, well, Cal's is gonna. What am I gonna do? I guess if he's meditating, I'm not gonna bug him right now, but I guess right now, then Cal's is just working on her song.
Okay.
Working on that. And
Okay.
I needed your face.
Onyx, give me one last investigation check for Mithril Hall before I swap back over then.
Okay.
Even better.
I thought it was gonna land on a 7 again. I was gonna be like, "You fucking
I
kidding me?"
did too. So you're coming through, you're seeing things about the Red Dragon, this and the other. And then you comb over another book talking about cities in the area, and one of them happens to pop up with the location of Mithril Hall being in the southeast of Faerun, which is just outside, or it's not the next continent over. But like if you're looking at a map, Faerun's like down here in the mountain ranges, and you guys at Drestov are up in the upper left-hand corner. So
Okay.
it's effectively across the map from each other.
Can I estimate like a general travel time to get there?
The map doesn't give a increment. So like some maps are like an inch on the map is
Right.
like
I
1,000
didn't know
miles or whatever.
if I could estimate like from other towns that I knew of or anything. It's like, okay, I knew it took us this long, so estimating whatever.
None of the other towns that because it's very like pulled back, so it doesn't show a lot of the smaller towns that you've been to.
Okay. Was far.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you were to take a guess, it would probably take you the better part of a month to get there
Okay.
without magical means.
Let's start walking, son.
Mhm.
These boots are made for walking.
I guess I'm just gonna like jaunt all that stuff down. And like set those books aside, like don't put them back on the shelf. I'll just place them on the desk. Keep them out so when everyone's back.
Okay.
I don't know how much more I can do. I wanted to do one other thing, but I don't know how much time is passing in this period, so.
I mean, I figured 2 or 3 hours.
So do I have time to do one other thing? Or start one other thing? Because it's going to be a long process. Maybe.
You could start it depending on what it is.
Let me unzip my pants real quick.
Since because I'm kind of going with I didn't know who my deity was, because of the whole memory thing and all that. And so since talking to that guy, he told me who that symbol belonged to. I was going to attempt to pray or reach out again, just in general, to see if I could, I'd guess, gain any memories or any knowledge or anything. But I figured that would be a long process that will just take a little while.
Okay. You can start that. I'm going to switch scenes, so if I ask for a religion check, it's going to be pertaining to that.
Okay.
Alright, back over. Oh, so I click it too. Alright.
Phillips.
Um,
That's the Phillips.
Alright, so we'll start with Virgil. Who are you going to start with?
Boop, boop, boop. Boom.
What do you mean by who? Like, who am I gonna
Yeah, who
try
do
and
you
cover
like
around
talk
her?
to? Yeah. I guess you're watching things.
Guess I'll go to where the closest is and talk to our good friend Taylor.
Okay. You show up at the doorstep, and he's actually like putting on things for the opening of his shop.
Good morning.
And he looks up and goes, "Oh, good morning. How can
Yeah,
I help you today, Master Hawkins?"
No, it's just coming in to say hi. I'm having a stroll around town.
Oh. Well, I hope the day finds you well.
You as well. Do you need help with that?
No, I'm actually almost finished. It's been like these last couple of days.
Oh, hope you have a good rest of your day. And just mosey off.
Okay. No, man, are you trying to be stealthy while you're peeking from the woods?
So I'm not exactly trying to be stealthy necessarily. I'm just trying to like sit, hopefully hope that nobody's noticed me, and just kind of sit and watch and see what happens from the back of this.
I'm trying to be stealthy. I'm just trying to not be seen.
Well, it's like Nomad's gonna get into position to watch, and then just sit and watch. And while he's watching, the note that Virgil had asked him to translate, he's gonna work on translating that and just like look up in between bits of translating. So do I need to do a stealth roll?
Yes.
All right.
If you're trying to
Cool.
like not be seen, you're still gonna need a stealth.
At least getting into place, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You find yourself a nice little bush that's not revealing, but not enough to like block your view, and you kind of like part the foliage around a box for you to look through. Oh man.
Is there anything in particular that Nomad sees right now from the back of the building?
You notice that there's like one or two people that are standing at the back, but almost look like they're waiting by what would appear to be like a loading dock or something like that, as there's a set of like double doors that are pushed in towards the building, and you can see like some of what's inside, but it's dimly lit from like in contrast to the sun that's out, so you
Okay.
can't get 100% picture on it.
Okay.
But yeah, you can see like one or two people. They look like they're waiting for something, and you
Okay.
can't quite tell what.
Nomad's just gonna continue to sit and watch and like translate the page in between bits of watching.
It's like the page that Kamana gave you like sessions ago, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the first few sessions.
Shit. I had almost forgot about that.
It was the notes that were encrypted with.
I'm well aware what they are.
Yeah.
That's why
Half in
as
a
soon as I
language
put two
that
and
I
two together,
knew,
it's
and
like,
half in a language that Zug knows.
Mm,
yeah. This is not gonna be fun. Like, once you get it translated, you'll understand why why I'm kind of spazzing a little bit. Anyways,
Fuck you and the horse you rode in. What?
yeah, exactly.
Does it say eat shit?
for that- yeah, no. While you're translating, I understand that you do read and understand the language, but some things are put in spots that you don't quite understand as to why. So periodically, while you're translating the note and surveying the thing, I'm gonna need you to give me a fuck a duck.
Oh,
Fuck a duck
I
roll.
need you,
All
yeah.
right.
I need you to give me a fucking duck roll. Arcana, because this is like some of the words are going to be foreign in your language that have to do with like different spell words.
Okay.
And I'll let you know when that is needed.
Okay.
I have to finish up this one last message, and then I can carry on. Unless Virgil, do you want to take point on that?
Yeah, so after I bounce on the tailor, I'm just gonna sort of like walk. Yeah, just like walk in that direction towards the shop. But while I'm doing it, that is in that line. Is that a guard? Does he look like a
Yeah,
guard?
he doesn't look quite like a guard, but he definitely um is armored and looking like one. He's a rather tall Goliath that is just he's trying to look nonchalant in front of it, effectively.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna sort of like just a regular walk, just kind of like going past them, just to gauge his reaction when I get a bit closer.
Hold on. So I'm sorry, you're gonna do what? As you get
So
closer?
just kind of like, yeah. So I'm gonna walk in the direction of the building opposite me, but I'm just gonna like walk past the guard just to like gauge his reaction when I get closer to the building.
Okay. So as you get closer to him, you don't see him like visibly tense up, but you kind of feel his eyes go from just like looking as if he's looking nowhere to being trained on you as you're walking by. But he never moves his head. Like
Yeah.
all you could feel is his eyes moving as you walk past.
Okay. But yeah. So I just like, yeah, go over there, and then just sort of go into the shop and sort of browse around.
I'm gonna get into my redneck, so you have to give me a second.
Howdy, y'all.
So you walk in, you hear, "Ah, how can I help?"
Hey, I'm just looking around, trying to see my surroundings.
I did. Well, if you need anything, just go ahead and give me a holler, and I'll help you out there.
Absolutely, and I'll just look around the shop, see what they have.
All right. Nomad and Onyx, give me your checks.
You said religion, right?
Let's see. Are those tankards with knuckles?
Damn it.
Oh, it sat on 18 too.
I know. And I'm going to pretty much just continue to do this until I either completely fail or everybody gets back. Just so you know.
I know. And with that Arcana check, you actually miss. Like you translate the word as you think it is.
Mm-hmm.
But you misspell one word.
Mm.
But it kind of feels off to you. So if you would like to attempt that word again, you can in a minute.
Nomad's
you
just
look
going
up
to
from your
underline it.
notes- Yeah. You look up from your notes, and you notice that the doors have reclosed. With surprising silence for somebody that's been listening in at least. And the two guards are still just standing at that area. They seem a bit more relaxed now.
Okay. Are there, like, has the ground in front of the doors, aside from the guards, been, like, disturbed? Or are there, like, trails of, like, anything,
It
like...
has not. Yeah, you're looking to see if there's, like, a wagon's been there or somebody or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is surprisingly has not been disturbed.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Virgil, how's your rummaging going?
I found a nickel.
That's a good question. How is my rummaging looking? What am I using?
I mean, are you trying to actually look for something, or are you just making it
No.
look like you're looking
I'm
for
just
something?
I'm just making it look like. Do I have visual on the building? On the printing
Yeah,
press?
there's a window that's there's a window that's pointing out front, so you can keep an eye on what, like if there's patrons coming or this that, and the other, they can see out the front, and the window is actually right here.
Cool.
Like on that wall.
Alright. Do they have any entry points from what I can see? Like any window,
Just
windows or?
from on the printing press building.
Yeah.
You see the front main door under its little awning, and then you see a solo window that looks like it's going into an office. Besides
And
that, there's no more windows on that side of the building.
Alright. Guess I'll sort of just like. Were there any like benches that were just like sort of outside?
There is not, because this is not really the town square, but it is the center of town. So like they didn't really put too much effort into building like a nice fountain or something for people to hang around with. They just wanted people to be, in, do whatever they needed to, and then get out, go home or whatever.
Alright. And how much time would have passed?
So between you and Nomad's time frame, it's gone from like 10 in the morning to about 1 o'clock. And you kind of see the crowd has like gotten bigger and smaller throughout the day. Guards are changing about lunchtime-ish. And that's about all the activity you've seen from everybody else.
Well, guess I'll just sort of walk out of the building, find a comfortable spot to sort of lean against, or sit down and take out a couple of the magic books that Play just gave me and reread them.
Yeah.
But still keep an eye out on the building.
Actually, when you come back now, you hear?
I just give a slight wave and go out.
Get the fuck out.
Oh boy.
All right. Anybody at the brewery? Are you doing anything different now that it's been a couple hours?
I'm not.
I don't know really what I can do so now.
You can do whatever. You can.
So you
try
really do
and
whatever you
read
want.
Books. Yeah, you can try to read some
I'm
books. You can come into town. You can.
gonna go and see if I find anything useful out in the woods and shit.
Okay. Anything in particular you're looking for?
Well, let me see. We're here hanging out with some dragons and shit. No, I don't know. Just anything cool. Any plant.
Okay.
The next new and exciting drug.
Go ahead and give me a nature check, and while I compile a list of possible fruits, berries, and plants, in my dome, I'll let you know what you see. Tune in. I'm assuming you are still meditating.
I am indeed.
Fair enough.
Becoming one with the beer.
Kalza?
Yep.
I am one with the beer. The beer is one with me.
You feel the bubbles coming through the barrel.
Kalza, what did you say you're doing?
I'm just working on my song.
Okay.
Frustrating.
Blood is
Yeah.
alcohol.
I guess give me a performance check to see how that's feeling. Jesus
Damn.
Christ.
Jesus.
I was feeling pretty good.
Well, Kalza just pumped
Yeah.
out
She's
5
like-
songs in a minute.
Yeah, she's like, this is going terribly. No, it's not. It's going fantastically. No, so you're seeing that, like, the instrument that you're currently using doesn't quite fit the song that you're wanting to go with, so you switch instruments. And you start to feel like this is what it needs to be. And so you continue to compile your notes and write it down, jolting as you go along. Onyx, give me your religion.
Yeah,
There
that's
it
better.
is.
Very religious.
He's so religious. Which is opposite of real life. No, I'm kidding.
It really is, though. It's very
It
true.
really is, though.
Power of Christ is compelling.
Yeah.
LD's nuts.
Is it Jay? Is Christ really compelling me? Okay. So you've continued to meditate over the hours, and like praying towards the God that you were told it was. And you start to kind of feel that same warmth that you felt when you were working the forge. But it wasn't the heat of the forge that you're feeling this time, it's the actual presence of something there.
Spooky.
And now,
Okay.
another
Feels
check like
feels
that.
warmth.
Yeah.
Feels warmth. Okay.
Returns true. Good.
There is a God.
And his name is Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Hello there. So what do you say, sort of, his followers?
AJ Kenobi.
Uh, okay. I got what I need. Except for I forgot to save it like an idiot. Save. Alright. I might have to switch scenes soon. If you get another check like that. Nomad, give me your decipher
Arcana?
check, if you will. Yeah.
Yes.
Damn, here we go.
Here it is.
You continue to pour through the notes as you're keeping an eye on the building, and you're seeing this is where you start to notice that different, the words are technically correct but contextually wrong. So you're going through, and it kind of speaks to the adjustment of time, but the word time is actually space in context, but they use time instead.
Okay. Nomad's just gonna circle those words and make a little mark there so that he knows to come back to that.
Fair enough. Alright, Virgil, you've poured through your books. I'm assuming you're keeping an eye on the guard to see if he changes or whatever.
Yep.
Okay. You notice that for some odd reason, over time, nobody comes to relieve this man. It's not pushing 4 o'clock. He hasn't ate anything. He hasn't moved, really. Almost as if possessed by something to keep him there.
Would I be able to sense anything in the weave?
You could do an Arcana check to look. You notice that there's a circlet around his the top of his head that is putting off a different aura than the rest of him.
Something that's not him surrounding him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So
I guess after a couple of hours, if nothing else happens, then I'm just gonna head back to base.
All right. We'll do one more round of checks then. Yep. Okay. There's Onyx's. I need.
Fucking hell.
Yep. Dirt.
Come on, fucking nature boy.
No, he just got distracted. He found some more weed.
He's doing bad because he's stoned out of his brain.
Yeah. It's going on.
Fucking gruesome. He's just standing in the forest, just
He's he's going on a nature journey.
Let's see. Kalza, let's see how that tunage is going. And Nomad.
Oh no! Switch back to the other instrument. This one's not.
Yeah.
No,
And
there has to be
said
another
mine
instrument
as well.
Oh,
Nice. Okay. All right. So I will handle these in turn. So Onyx. Onyx, you kind of feel that um that the warmth is like staying consistent, but you're not really hearing anything. But you could definitely tell that your prayers are reaching to something
Okay.
or somebody.
Somebody.
Um, but nothing much has changed for you yet. Hopefully, as these two are coming back to town, if they both come back to town, on your next check, it'll do something nice for you. Ignatius, you're
I'm there.
not finding anything that you are looking for where it's new or exciting that would pop into a repertoire of herbology. Kalza, your performance is going as you have just kind of just played it out, trying to figure out what seems best for the song that you were crafting. Nomad, you go through and you find another mistake, but you can't quite figure out the context of it.
All right. Nomad's just gonna underline it.
Fair enough. You also look up from what you're doing, and you notice that the guards have changed in the back. The door is wide open, and as you're looking, and here I will need a different Arcana check. This one's going to be a bit harder.
Okay.
So, since you're flat rolling, it's going to be difficult. Like, you've got to roll at least a 16.
Okay.
Oof.
20.
Oh,
Oh.
so close.
Of course.
Okay, I can give you most of it, but I can't give you the why of it.
Okay.
So you're sitting there, you're kind of like, you stop with the notes long enough because you're like, this, in your brain, you're processing, and like, this is really odd. They have two people standing here. This door just pops open on random, and like, nothing's
Nothing
coming
happens.
out. Right. So you're kind of curious. So you're now watching more intently. And as you're watching more intently, you see these guys are kind of like, there's a, like automaton, like in the back seat of, your mic is killing me, sweetheart.
Oh, sorry, Adam. I didn't know what's going on.
Because it's like picking up like a fan or
It's
something.
like,
Yeah. Sorry. Because like I feel like I'm shouting trying to get over it. But so like you're seeing this like robot almost, like not exactly a Warforged, but definitely along the same like kin and make. But it hoists this barrel up, and it just starts walking towards the door. It's just holding the barrel sideways. It's just walking towards the door, and right before it would step off, it disappears.
Okay.
And the door's closed. So, you now have that knowledge to go with.
Okay.
And that kind of like clicks in your brain why it's so dim in there is because there's something in the way, and but you don't know what it is. So,
all right. So Nomad's just gonna make a mental note of that and continue to watch for a little bit longer. And how far through the translation is he?
So Kamana gave you both about 8 sheets of paper for these notes, and you're about 2 sheets in because you've been looking up to scan to watch the thing. So it's not like you're like hard pressed on it, but you're not slacking either.
Yeah.
You're making good progress on the notes for what you're doing.
Okay. And he's going to continue to work on it and glance up.
Yeah. Sorry, give me a second.
No worries.
Lily's not feeling well, and I just heard it.
Oh.
And I'm a chainer, so like I'm doing my best to keep it in.
I know that feeling. I know that feeling.
Not one of them.
Yeah. Like the guys at my second job, they'll make those noises just to bark me, but I'm like, that's not what it is. It's the other sounds. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. People at the brewery. Still no changes?
Nope.
Mm-mm.
So
Nope.
All right.
Ooh.
There's a change.
Jeez.
That is
Yeah,
a
it
change
is.
indeed.
I looked to the right dirt and went, whoa, hold on.
So you're like,
He found
You're
them.
cruising
It's psychedelics.
yeah. So we'll do one last round of checks and we'll bring everybody back together. So I've got Ignatius. So it's Onyx,
Oh, yeah.
Nomad, Kalza.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, and there goes that warm fuzzy feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Turn the on.
Yeah, Kalza gets
Game
another
over.
stanza done.
I told
That is
you.
not good for your notes. You actually mistranslate a couple words.
Damn it, Winter.
Game dissolved.
Supposed to be that.
I mean, to be fair, he's not archaically inclined. He's just like, I'm doing a thing for my friend.
Yeah.
I'm taking words, I am making them into other words.
And I will appreciate them all the same.
Yeah.
I can talk from experience that in situations like this, when you're translating something you have no clue what it is, it's pretty much like this. I have no clue what it is. I'm going to write down what I think it is. That's. I'm doing my best.
I'm doing my best. Ignatius, as you're out and about, you come across this like grove almost that has everything that you've always like. You're as a druid, you know that groves are sacred, and this grove in particular happens to have like different kinds of plants and berries that you know are not natural to the area, but they are, I wouldn't say divine since they're natural things, but the fact that they're growing here is the miracle. And you realize that you have stumbled into a grove tended by another druid.
Whoa. Is he in the area or is he booting a boot?
Boot in the boot.
You can
Lick some more dirt.
Find some druidic writing. Find that shit, dude.
Yeah, is there any druidic writing around?
Find the biggest
more
mushroom in the grove and sniff it.
The more accurate term would be nature graffiti.
nature graffiti.
Pretty much.
So you're like as you're like walking around the groove, you're seeing different like druidic symbols that are kind of keeping the area protected. But you're not seeing the druid that has placed them.
How plentiful are the fruits and other berries? And
Oh, they are quite plentiful.
I'll gather some.
Okay.
And leave him a little message. And say a blessing for the area.
Okay.
A nature blessing, you know.
Yeah. Do me then a. Do me one more nature check with advantage.
Okay.
You put that blessing out there, and you kind of start to see what you've already picked regrowing.
Oh yeah.
Both from your
Nice.
blessing and the grows magic.
I'll just leave a little message for the druid. Let him know, you know, I was here and thank you for the use of his grove.
Fair enough.
And I'm gonna take note of the area of where this was and see if I can remember this.
Nice. All right.
How you doing, Barry?
So I'm gonna go ahead and start bringing everybody back
How you
together.
doing, man?
Unless Virgil, you're going to do something about this.
Thank you
card.
very much for the alert to
No.
wake me back up.
I'm gonna just leave it as is. If he hasn't changed,
Again.
if nothing's happened, then I'm just gonna leave it.
Winter paying his dues
And I'm assuming you
for
are
the third month in a row.
about
I'm glad
ready
to hear
peace
you're
out?
doing well.
Yeah.
Are you-
How has things been
On
going
his way
for
back,
you?
Nomad's gonna check to see.
I've been kind of distant for a
Um,
couple of weeks, so I've missed a lot of streams from everybody.
Just in case, he's going to check to see if there's any sort of like trails, like wagon trail, horse trail, footpath that leads from this building out real quick, and then he's going to make his way back.
Like upon your quick look, you don't see any other foot trails besides
Since this week
the
is
two
well
guards
into it. Oh no!
pretty much going to their post and leaving.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
I
hope it wasn't
and that's
really
about it
bad.
as far as like trails go.
That can always shake
like,
people
the
though.
bay is effectively empty of trails. So it's like the footprints come to like two pillars, and then they just leave from two pillars, and in between the two pillars is undisturbed earth.
Okay. Nomad's going to make his way back then.
Okay. So I will pull everybody back to the warehouse. Take you to, once I get on the right layer, put you back in token layer.
Rough. The whole side, dang.
Alright.
I mean, luckily, not your fault. That's beneficial. How long has it been since my last check?
About 2 hours. If you would like to take one more check before they show up.
I would, but I would like to. What the fuck? Why is this not working? I'm gonna have to fix that, I guess.
You can do it.
I'd like to pull my shield out and kind of put my hand on the crest in the middle of the shield. because that's where my holy symbol is. Because it's like I know there's
Okay.
something there, so I'm kind of not accepting the everything going away.
Fair enough. Okay, go ahead, roll it with advantage this time.
Shit. It just Where
it's
is
fucking Fanta?
Yeah, it didn't work, which is kind of annoying.
Oh no.
Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah.
I just can't win today.
I really wanted to give it to you, but I can't. Like not after that
Thank you
one.
for the bits. I don't
Um,
know. It's not working though. I was having issues
So
with
you-
sound alerts
Like you kind of
the
you
other
feel
day,
like
or a couple weeks
like
ago.
a brief warmth, but not over you, but it's more in front of you. And so when you come back from like the prayer and meditation, you look down at the table, and you see now etched into the desk in front of you, Gon's symbol, and says, all it says is, continue to work the forged, and I will see you soon.
That's kind of creepy. Not gonna lie.
You're gonna wake up and you sitting there. Ah, there.
Yeah.
Well, I had something cooler if you get your fucking checks right.
I blame the internet.
That's fair.
If this was real, I could have been using weighted dice. God.
We just use those.
I'll just use my real life dice. Hold on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, you guys haven't used the roll 20 weighted dice option? How else do you think I've gotten so many nat 20s?
Did you forget to turn that on today?
I did.
Well, he's trying to be a good baby today, and I appreciate that.
It's free trial of Roll20 Plus right out.
I thought about getting that again for you guys so that because like if I pay for it, it goes towards all my players.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dang.
But that
I
shit
thought it
gets
was
expensive.
anybody in the campaign, though. It's not just you.
Unless they've changed it. It used to be like if you're the GM, then it gives you access to everybody. If not, it's just you.
I could have
So they
swore I
must have
saw
changed
something
it
about
since
it
last time.
being
Yeah, because
just someone in the
purchased it.
campaign.
Yeah, I purchased it. I think for my first campaign because I had a lot of mobile users,
Right.
and so that was like the only way they could play. Okay, so you guys are all back together.
All right. Is Nomad following behind Virgil?
I'm assuming you guys got here roughly around the same time. Like you came onto the path about the same. So it's not like you're falling behind. You just kind of like ran into each other, like, "Oh, hey, haven't seen you all day." You know, kind of
So
scenario.
I'm assuming. So I guess during the time going back, we would have conversed about what we saw.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Would
Did you?
So Nomad would have mentioned that he was translating the papers for you, and that there's a couple of things that he isn't sure about the translation, and he might ask you later for your help
Oh, yeah.
in translating those things.
Yes. Although I'm only proficient in one language.
So loud.
Aside from that, that's pretty much all Nomad's going to mention. And they're going to continue back.
I would have given Nomad some info about some druid that might have information about dragons, as well as the owner of that printing press being a guy named Anderson and stuff like that, and that might be the druid that we might be seeking.
Druid? Excuse me?
Druid.
We're seeking a druid?
Druid? Did you say druid?
Yep, druid.
Mars?
Well, that's right.
Yeah,
it's
we're going.
the printing press.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna find ourselves a druid in the woods.
So I guess Nomad, I believe with Virgil, but I won't assume for him, make their way back inside the building.
Pretty much. And how's Zugzug
And-
doing? He's not drinking all of our supply, is he?
Zugzug sleeping.
Okay.
So
He's very tired.
Yeah.
Yeah. Zugzug's tired from murder, so
He had a big. Yeah, he had a rough time.
yeah.
Nomad's gonna
Had to kill someone.
at least he's gonna ask each of the people if they want to meet to talk about something that he saw.
Fair.
So I don't know if you want me to role play going to each person, but I can do that.
No. There's
Okay.
no point.
Did I hear them come back in?
Table.
You would have heard this door shutting.
I'm gonna work my way out then,
Okay.
assuming that it's them, and also making sure that it's not somebody else.
Not somebody with another
Like-
dagger.
Yeah,
Just like poking your head out, just like.
Who the fuck?
just drop kick the door open.
Yeah.
Mm.
Who the fuck? And Ignatius, I'm assuming you're coming in from the back,
Oh. Yeah.
from your grove. Not
Coming from
coming in the
behind.
back, just coming in from the back.
Yeah.
Hey, look, guys! I found some gummies.
Oh,
I found some magic shrooms up down yonder.
Could you imagine like how fucked up it'd be if you were like in some kind of grove and instead of like finding berries and shit, you just find different styles of gummies and they're all THC laced.
And instead
that
of
would
a
fuck with
pond,
me
it's
more than
like
anything
oil.
else.
That's the only reason
Yeah.
why we're seeing all this shit. It's the like we're actually this is like the 21st century. It's not a fantasy world at all. We're all just off our fucking face on THC gummies.
We're in a coma somewhere.
Found the gummy
We're all just there like sitting in the woods like oh fuck,
Yeah.
just tripping our fucking balls off.
BBG is just a drug dealer.
Do I know that we're looking for a druid, or was that information that I didn't know of?
Sorry?
Do I know we're looking for a druid, or is that information I was unaware of? I can't remember.
That is
that
that
is
is
currently-
information. That I only
Yeah.
me and Nomad only know that now so far.
Yeah, this was found out last session while they were still in town, so they haven't came back to tell yet.
So yeah, I'm gonna be coming back in. I'm gonna be sitting in the study, but I'm assuming Nomad's gonna come get me to
Yeah.
talk things.
Yeah. He's also gonna disturb Tunin while he's meditating and be like, "Hey, we need to talk about something."
Oh, wait a minute. Alright, so you guys have all gathered together in the dining tap room. Share your knowledge as you wish. I'm gonna go pee.
All right.
Right, so thank you all for humoring me on this.
And Nomad's kind of like moved a couple of like napkins and silverware to like best recreate the layout of the building.
We're doing little figurines.
Yeah.
Here we go. We got a war map. We got a war map on our
I'll watch
table.
with interest.
Here, hold on. I got this. Okay, now there's nothing on the table. I just ran around all
No,
over it.
I took some time today to go and scout out that place that has the printing press. I figure the best thing for us right now is that we take that thing out of commission so that there's no more wanted posters of us possibly being printed. At least not in this area.
Not a bad
Now,
idea.
when I was watching this place, I was watching just from this side.
And he's like pointing to the back.
I don't know what in the hell it was. It was two guards standing right out here. Doors wide open sometimes they'd shut. There was a big old machine in there, like one of us, Onyx, except bigger. He was carrying stuff. And right about when he reached the door here, it vanished. And it was super dark looking through, so I imagine there's something right here. Don't know what it is, but something.
So maybe some sort of enchantment is keeping you from seeing past it?
Maybe it's something that's keeping us from seeing past it. Maybe, I don't know. All I know is there was something walking there and then there wasn't. That's all I know. What I do think is we need to get inside there, figure out what the hell that leads to, and take this printing press out of commission. Now, we can leave the printing press to me as long as you go get me there. I'll take care of the printing press. Please, nobody else touch the printing press.
So
What do you know what you're gonna do to get in?
That's what I'm wondering. I'm wondering if maybe we could make some sort of plan for getting me, maybe a couple other people inside there. Or we could storm the building and blow it up like the last place. I mean, that worked all right.
Or we could let Tunin act like he's drunk, which isn't much of an act, but act like a normal drunk and stumble his way in.
That sounds like a plan.
And then as soon as he punches somebody back out, we know we need to go in.
Well, just to get more information on the building itself, the front entrance here, and I'll point over to the front part of the entrance, is guarded by one person, and I do believe he's actually being mind controlled, or he's just some sort of puppet.
Nobody looks at Virgil just like with like a raised eyebrow. Just like,
if I see that, I'm just gonna be like, yes, I think it might be a curse. Anyways.
Oh, wait. You were there watching?
What?
When were you looking at this place?
I was looking at it throughout, like, the whole time I was in town.
Damn it, I thought it was the one.
No.
Well, alright. That's good to know at least. We got Crown Prince, whoever it is, standing at the front with his jewelry on his forehead, whatever that is.
It was more of a arcane crown, but yes.
Do you think that jewelry might be keeping him there? You're making it sound like he didn't move the entire time you were there.
Well, he didn't. I tried to provoke him by going closer to the building, brushing past him, but he didn't move one step. But I can feel his gaze on me.
When I was hiding out back, I saw these two guards change at about lunchtime, but that was about it.
So the one in front might not have control over what he's doing. If you think it's that jewelry, you think we could just remove it?
Well, it could be a similar situation as when we were in the woods. We injure him enough, we can probably snap out of it.
Possible as well.
Do we really have to hurt someone?
My knowledge of the arcane back then was a lot less back then.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if this is a similar situation to then, but
Ignatius, do you think you could turn into something that could get past this barrier without being seen?
Probably. I mean, they're not going to see a small bug come in like an ant or.
Because that could be
Spider.
a way to at least get some inside knowledge to find out what's going on before
Unless
we just
they've
run
got
in there.
some sort of detection field of sorts, then should be okay.
Another way that we can exploit that place is the owner of the place, which I've come to understand that this Anderson person might actually be a druid that's within the woods southeast from here.
Is that the direction that I found the grove in?
Yeah.
Huh.
So according to Torin, he could be the same owner of that printing press. So if we want to go seek him out before we go and bombard that place,
I could.
or we can scout him out.
Find him and have a discussion with him.
Okay.
Do you know
Well, what do you
whereabouts
reckon
in
then,
the
Ed?
southeast?
I think I have an idea.
All right.
So what do you reckon, Nomad? Exploit the owner and wait for a bit, or
It sounds like a good enough idea. We do need to act fast enough if we want to stop them from printing more wanted posters.
Go in and smash.
I like the way you think, though.
Crush.
Smash.
Well, before we move on to
Smash.
that, I while you guys were in town, I did some digging through books we had around here, and all those stories that we had about a silver dragon kind of plaguing the country. Yeah, that's actually a red dragon. I'm pretty sure that's our not so friendly friend.
Boy.
Boy.
I'm not sure if there's anything in there that we could use against him, since it seems that the stories just end one day. But we
Yeah,
might be
we
able to
sh-
get an idea of what he's capable of.
Are we sure that he's a dragon? I didn't see a tail on him.
That's because he's not currently in a dragon form.
so at least we know that he can change his form.
Mm-hmm.
He also has control over souls. And he is a red dragon.
Speaking of dragons, do any of you guys speak Draconic?
Yep.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I got nothing.
I mean, let me verify, but I'm pretty sure I didn't put that as... No, I didn't.
Virgil's just the basic bitch. He only knows common.
Also, Virgil, I found a map. It's not super detailed, but it showed the location of that dwarven mithril hall. It's a bit away. It would take about a month of travel, but it's southeast of here.
Jesus, a month?
Yeah, it's gonna be a pretty good distance, but the thing is if these weapons coming out of that place tend to be higher quality than anything that we could possibly find around here and possibly magically enhanced, that could be exactly what we need to go to find dragon slaying weapons.
It's take a flipping while.
I can see the benefits of going there. Yeah.
Is that travel time by foot, or could we accelerate our time traveled?
Although
It's just an estimate. Like I said, the map isn't super detailed. It kind of just shows where we currently are and just the major towns across the kingdom. But I'm guessing it's
that I can transform into a larger beast and
Yeah.
going faster.
We could very well either purchase something or figure something out to cut that time down a little.
Just sort of like hire a carriage.
I mean, I've
Possibly.
got an idea. We can all get really drunk. We'll get there a lot slower, but we won't care about it.
Good point.
That being said, though, I think we definitely need to go with Nomad's plan at the moment. If we leave for a month or 2 months, there's no telling how much is going to be sitting in this place as far as bounties and stuff for our heads if we don't get rid of that printing press.
Agree.
That's for sure.
And there might be supplies in there that we could use.
All right, let's go get it then.
See if I can find this druid and have a conversation with him. I
Alright.
have an idea of where I can look. One of you, Virgil or Nomad, want to come with me and see if you have a better idea? Because you guys have a good idea of what we're looking for. I don't really.
To an extent. If Nomad wants to make a plan on going against the printing press, I reckon he should go. But if there is some information that I want from him, it's also about dragons. Because Torin did say that he had some knowledge on dragons.
Well, I can have Nomad come with me and ask about the printing press and such, and we'll talk about that, and I'll discuss dragons with him on your behalf. So I don't want to bring one person with me.
Not to mention, I've been hanging around these forests long enough. I think I'm finally starting to get my bearings around here.
Oh, you have no idea what I found, sir.
He found them gummies.
You're right, I have no idea what you found.
He found them.
Gummy mill.
How far away did you find this place?
How far away did I find this place?
Questions I wasn't prepared to answer.
Yeah, it was like, like I also wasn't prepared to put you guys in the grove yet, so really accelerated that plan. You found it about a quarter mile away from the warehouse, to the southeast, so it's well outside of town where nothing's really affecting it.
It's a good ways out of town, probably about a quarter mile from here.
It ain't much.
Does anyone have any way to communicate over long distances?
Hmm,
Wouldn't that just be a letter?
I think technically.
Okay, let me rephrase. Quickly over long distances.
Oi!
You've
I mean, I
You
can
got-
run. I think I can run as fast as you guys, like twice as fast as you guys.
Oh, wait, can I?
Can you just turn into
Oh,
a
yeah.
bug and fly somewhere?
I could get a little birdie to deliver a message to you
Literally a bug.
Okay.
if you're cool with that.
Because my thought
Mr.
is,
DM.
if we don't all go, having some way to
That's
send
fine.
something back quickly. Actually, it
Okay.
does. It says at the GM's discretion at the bottom of that spell.
Maybe be able to persuade it to.
So it actually is on
It
you.
is at my discretion. My bad. I was taking care of something else at the same time.
So my thought is, if we have something to be able to just, if something happens, you can send a message back really quick, and those of us that don't go, unless we all just want to load up and go all at once. But if he's taken this much effort to live alone in the middle of the woods, I have an odd feeling he's not going to take too kindly to a group of people just showing up to his doorstep.
You think he's going to be hostile?
I'm not sure he's going to be hostile, but
Initial interaction with his grove will
You
sway
know.
him in our direction.
but those of us that are more openly armed, I don't know how friendly he will be about that.
Yeah, I don't want to intimidate him in any way.
Yeah. So if some of us stay behind, but you have the ability to send a message back if something starts to happen and we can get there, it might help this process a little bit.
Um,
So you said you had a way to communicate, Ignatius?
well, yeah, I can speak with animals. Literally, can talk with the animals. Can have a small bird fly pretty quick. I mean, if it's only a quarter mile, it won't take it that long.
Yeah,
Maybe a minute.
as long as the DM is okay with having the little bird be a messenger pigeon.
I mean, probably find a bird. Just throw a quick thing
But you
around.
need
Yeah, it also depends on like what animal you find because it's all based on the intelligence of the animal. So if you're like, I'm going to use a pigeon to communicate with, that pigeon's dumb.
I
So
would use a
it
crow
all
or
depends
something.
on what you find. Yeah. So
If
you
there's
would have
one-
to pretty much, yeah, it'd be like a nature check to find out what animals have sufficient enough intelligence in order to convey what you need. And
Yeah,
then,
theoretically, it could just need it to just go from one place to another, convey its location that it needs to be at, because I can just deliver a message on it, like tied to its ankle.
Mm-hmm.
right.
You just have it go and land on Onyx specifically, and just like nibble on his face or something.
You know,
I'm sure he'll appreciate that.
yeah.
Fuck, bird, no.
Yeah. I mean, it'll be allowed. But like I said, you'd have to find something that has the intelligence to do what you need it to.
Sure. Okay. So that's a way. If you guys are cool with that.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm not opposed.
as long as you think it'll work, that's all that matters.
I don't think anything will work, but that's besides the point.
Sure. Alright, so it's 3:30. Do you guys want to keep going, or do you
If
want
you
to
need
just wait
time to
till...
prepare a grove, you can we can not do the grove part next.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say if we need to
I
end
mean-
because you need to prepare absolutely anything we go to from here, then
Yeah.
Can
Well, because
the
like I
other
was...
group do
Again,
something I'm working on while me and No Matter go into the grove?
Well, yeah, like
um,
we could just like do downtime stuff before we go to the grove.
I'm just waiting until my mugs are ready so I can go get them.
yeah, and your mugs would be about ready by the time it's time to leave for the groves. Because it's already been a day. So come start of the next day, your mugs would be ready to go. I know Kals is just effectively just working on her tune, trying to process the memories I finally sent to her because I've been super busy.
No worries.
And so Nomad and Ignatius would be going to the Grove. Virgil, what would you be doing in your downtime?
I am going to try and find a nice open space where I cannot burn anything and start practicing some magic.
Okay. Trying to get a better understanding of your spells and stuff.
Yeah.
Onyx, what would you be doing?
about what time is it right now?
It'd be about 8 in the afternoon.
Okay.
So we'll probably leave in the morning then. First thing
Yeah.
in the morning. Also, can I next session before we get to the grove, I want a period of time where Nomad and I are walking, and I'd like to have a conversation with them.
100%.
Is there anything here that I could that's not being used that I could either take apart or build into like a makeshift forge to kind of screw around with?
I mean, there's a big ass fireplace that connects those.
Yeah, I was
two.
thinking
You could probably
there's-
smash
Well, yeah, there's
that,
that, and then
there's
it
also
seems to be
this.
whatever that is.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
That
that.
looks like
You
a
could-
cooking pot.
You
on
could
that
probably...
thing. Yeah, you could use that as a forge. That is fucking.
Yeah, you can
It's already
honestly
like
take that
halfway
cooking
full.
pot out. Yeah. you could go, I guess, try to commandeer a. Fuck it. Hey! Shut the fuck up!
Oh, hey, give me a pot!
Start kicking in doors in town.
Effectively, like, try to commandeer like an anvil or something,
Mm-hmm.
Is there
and
an anvil in town?
just turn that into a forge room.
Just walk up. This is mine.
That's kind of what I was wondering. So I
mean,
guess
Middle of
since
the night, there's like 4 places that have anvils here out at Chastity, but the problem is anvils are heavy,
yeah,
so it'd be a 2-man job.
yeah.
Hey, Onyx, you want to go get an anvil?
Do
Get
you
the big
want to
boy.
steal an anvil?
Come on, let's go and burgle.
Yes, I do want to go steal an anvil. I'm okay with this.
So like you could kind of turn that kitchen into a makeshift forge, if you
Okay.
will.
I'm gonna just let everybody know what my plan is and ask if anyone is willing to help me tactically relocate an anvil to here.
I'm just looking at everyone.
Phrasing.
I'm just gonna say, I don't think Kalza can do it. I don't think Jimmy Plantman's in the right state of mind. Damon's weak as tin cans or Nomad. Like Hawkins looks like he'd pick up anything and die. So I think it's just
Again.
me and you.
Oh,
Yeah, again.
it works.
I
Whatever
guess
we need to
good
do.
old Zug is
Yeah.
being in the sleeps.
You
I
get
don't
big
wanna wake
nap.
him up.
So I'm gonna come into this room and kind of start, moving shit around and cleaning stuff up. Any food
Okay.
stuff? What was in the basement again?
The basement had like where you'd be doing your cleaning and stuff like that, and a cold storage almost.
Okay, so I'm gonna move like food and stuff down into some of that open area because I believe that you had said that it was like the size of this room and then like the size of the entry and about half of the
it's like-
office.
It's effectively like this room bleeding mostly into
Yeah.
this room.
Okay,
So,
so I'm
like,
gonna
come
start
downstairs
cleaning
and
all
it's
that
like a
stuff up
rectangle
and
down.
kind of moving stuff down there until it gets later. And then if I find any,
There you go.
okay, I don't know if I will, but if I find anything that I could use as essentially a sled that we could put the anvil on and tie a rope to it to where both of us are pulling at the same time to maybe move faster.
There'd be nothing available for that.
Okay.
Even a makeshift one.
What if we took 2 barrels with us and put it on and rolled the barrels?
I mean, that'd be possible, but it effectively have to be one person would have to constantly be running a barrel from the back to the front.
Yeah, we would need a lot of people for that.
Increases chances of being caught as well.
True.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, while Onyx is doing something productive with his time and getting ready, I'm going to take this pillowcase off of this pillow and fashion a ski mask out of it for our ninja mission. It'll be like Crunk on the Empress.
I'll be right back.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
Rah.
You should go quickly grab Zug's hat. That's the ultimate disguise.
Yeah, not Zug Zug.
And he's asleep. He's asleep too.
Like,
Meanwhile,
hey, not
Jimmy
Zug Zug,
Plantman's
but
out back talking with a squirrel. He's just like, squeak, squeaker, squeak, squeak.
Squeak it.
Hey guys, we
Our
need to be
entire party is Kronk.
Literally. Oh, that'd be so good. And the bad guy's Shrek.
Good old Crunk. Squeak, squeaker, squeaking.
Do I have to roll
Not
anything
stuck in my
to
head.
do that?
No.
Cool.
I figured you'll take your time to fashion a ski mask out of a pillowcase.
I was just gonna poke some fucking rips and little holes in it and put it on my head and just be like, I'm ready.
Like, whole thing.
Yeah, whole thing. There's just like there's just a mouth hole and like a little rip where I've tried to rip eye holes out of. So I'm just like, I'm ready.
So unless you're like cutting it like you're leaving it sideways and then cutting it out on 2 different things. You're gonna have to slip the whole thing
Yeah, the whole
over your
thing
head,
goes
which
over
would
my
cover
head,
your
yeah.
shoulders. So you'd be like sitting there looking like a fuck up Klansman.
Well, no, yeah, but no, I'm leaving. No. So I'm leaving the. I'm not putting
I
it over
figured
my
you-
shoulders. It's just going over my head.
Yes. So you're effectively pulling it off, cutting it in half, and then draping it over
Yeah.
your dome piece. Got it.
And putting some little holes in it so I can kind of
Yeah.
at least see through it. So I'm not stood there while Alex is like, "Help me lift this." I'm going, "What? Huh? What?"
Where you at?
What are we lifting? Wait a minute.
Also,
Alright.
is there anybody that's
Uh,
good at like picking locks?
No.
Yeah, since
what do you
thievery is
need?
not a fucking skill anymore.
What would be required to pick a lock?
I
probably
gotta
need a
look.
lockpicking
Well,
kit,
yeah,
right?
lockpicker kit. Yeah,
That's true. Yeah, I mean, I could punch a door in.
that's true. You can also push door in.
That's fair.
Smash
I
and
guess
grab.
sleight of hand would be the skill used.
Yeah.
You two of you, I think you can carry it. Just do a smash and grab.
I mean, that
Smash
is an
and
option.
Grab, alert the guards.
Maybe yeah.
Hey Jimmy, you got any fucking crazy plants that'll make us stronger for a minute?
Spinach.
And them
Oh, yeah,
gummies.
And
Give
then
them the
I'll buy
gummies.
on this shit. Spinach flavored gummies.
Ugh.
Oh,
Ugh.
I now hate everything about this mission.
Yeah.
I'm what I am, and that's all that I am.
All right. Do you want to try to roll this out before we end, or do you want to roll it out when we start next week?
I mean, I guess it's up to you on if you think we can.
I mean,
Well,
we
I
could totally roll it out.
I'm kind of just like, cleaning shit up until it's probably like 11 or so.
Yeah. Well, and that's why I'm asking, because if so, I'd be like, all right, cleaning's done. Time to start mission, effectively.
I'm down.
All right, let's do it.
Nice time.
I could see like Tuna's ready to go because I just see who's just like yes.
Smash.
All right,
It's time.
Steal.
I'm not even gonna change scenes, so we're gonna do this purely off of brain pan.
Oh
All right, so you guys, do you want me to change scenes?
boy. No, I mean it's fine. I just because you'd have to probably
Oh.
move a bunch of shit around on it, so it's fine.
The power of imagination.
Well, it's
Right?
it's not even that. It's just like I'd have to put a bunch of people in GM view, leave cards out, this and the other. You know, nope. We gotta do this for visuals. Hold, please.
I was gonna say at least pull up the thing so we can at least be like we're moving.
I'm saving this for when we inevitably fail.
This is gonna be bad. So nobody else wants to come help us tactically acquire and move an anvil.
It's the next day, right? Or is it that night?
It's that night.
That night.
I'm going to advise against it, Nomad, because we should leave really early.
I'm gonna say Nomad's gonna be in his room, like prepping for going over to meet the druid tomorrow, and then
Mhm.
getting some rest.
I'm going to
I'm just gonna ask, am I needed?
go to sleep.
Well, at the moment, I can't really tell you if you're needed or not. There's a lot of unknowns that could happen in this mission.
All right, the board is set.
I'm just gonna
Nothing
check.
fancy to say.
I'm just gonna check if I actually even have anything that would be useful.
Fire.
Just
Is
set
everything-
everybody on fire.
Everything
Yeah,
I
'cause it worked
have
out
is fire.
well last time.
No, I'll come.
Let's see.
I'll come.
You're come?
I'll come.
Okay,
Oh,
let me-
God.
That's kind of gross.
Grab your character then.
I didn't know that's what you were made out of, but all right.
That's why he's so weird.
It explains so much.
He was human
Nomad
once, so technically he is
and-
dumb.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's to me. Oh, no.
Like I'll go to like put it down, and then it doesn't put down, so I'll put it down again, and it double puts down. I'm like, Jesus!
Oh,
You
man.
are gonna get punched in the fucking vagina, you male dog.
Ooh.
That's a mega insult.
Okay, so while we sneakily get through, I'm just gonna ask what the plan is.
Find an anvil and whatever forging supplies we can carry, and leave without getting caught.
So forge supplies and an anvil.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Okay. So, you know that this is your tinkering,
Mm-hmm.
your tinker shop. This building is still here, since neither one of you have been back to town since, well, you murdering.
How lit is the town at this time of night?
It is mostly lit by street lamps, but there's definitely a lot of dark places.
Okay.
Tuna knows that this place has at least one, maybe two anvils. So there is at least 3 to work off of. Unfortunately, Nomad's got a stake in this building, and Tunan's got a stake in this building. You guys do not know what's inside this building. You know that Chorin does not have anything, nor does the tailor.
So there's 2 anvils in this one.
And that one.
Considering that Nomad's got a stake in that one, and I've got one in that one, at least there's 2 anvils in there, so we should go take an anvil from that one instead of... Actually, no. I don't give a fuck about Nomad. So I don't give a fuck. You guys pick which shop you want to go to.
We'll go to the main smithy.
Which one is
Get
that?
what he's got.
Nomad has a rivalry. If he gets
That one.
puts me ahead.
That top right one?
Yeah, we'll go for the spear.
Okay. Do either of you have like a rock or anything?
Ooh,
Anything
I forgot to do
small?
fog of war. Give me a second. Hide area. Is it black for everybody?
No.
Oh, actually, you know what? That's a first level spell. I don't want to do that. Never mind.
I don't have a rock, but I can
How
use
about-
something. But I have the that mage hand that I can use to throw a rock.
Give me a
now
second to
Suda.
reveal. Yeah, give me a second to reveal.
I was gonna say I can't even see myself.
Oh my god, I'm blind.
Okay, I'm gonna
Until
walk in a general
stop.
this direction and hope I don't run into anything.
Yeah.
Why
What
is
Onyx and
this-
Vigil don't realize is I've just put pillowcases on their heads as well, so we're all just sitting there going, where the fuck are we?
We're just having a drunk night out.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have a beanie in here. I thought I had a beanie in here. I was just gonna put one on my head. Okay.
So you guys can see that. You can see. This.
So that's kind of what I was wondering is if it was mostly like
That's why
the
I was like-
torches from guards.
I forgot that fog of war existed,
Yeah.
so I was like, as soon as I remembered, I was like, "Oh, give me a second."
Okay. So while you're doing that, Virgil, you've been here more than we have. In what direction do we need to go to find whatever building this is?
Well, we have the woods that are behind Torrent's shop that we can circle around, but that will be the long way. The other way would be going this direction and then going behind through those woods where we escaped from.
Are we going near that other building that we escaped from last time that we blew up?
No. There's a certain distance in between the building and the forest, but we'll use the forest for cover, and then we'll loop back to the smithy.
Let's see.
All right.
There are a lot of really weird. I'm
So the
assuming those are like
triangles are
torches
coming
from
off of, like,
buildings.
Yeah, they're porches and stuff like that.
Okay. So we can kind of see like the outline of the building.
Yeah.
Okay. So we need to go straight across, is what you're saying. Like we're going up here.
Yeah.
That's our end goal. Okay. Which
I'm
direction
sure
do you
when
think is
this mostly
best?
has the-
How far can the guards see? Can they see just inside that lit square?
Pretty much. These are all humans. They do not have dark vision.
Okay.
They also don't have really good torches except for the guard captain.
So essentially, we could like go across like that.
Yeah. So
Yeah, but if we do decide to go through the courtyard, be mindful that these guards can move,
Yeah.
and they will move. So we
so
We haven't
can't be
done
seen down the
anything
middle.
yet.
yeah. So
That is
before we
true.
get started, let's go.
But we
ahead and
don't
do
want to
this.
we don't want to be seen at the night of a time during the time something is stolen.
Mm-hmm.
You're not wrong, but still, we haven't done anything yet.
All right. The guard captain will be when everybody rotates.
Okay.
So
So
roll me.
are we doing an initiative or something?
Since this isn't really combat, yeah. Since this isn't combat, but I need to keep a turn order when everybody's moving.
Okay.
So, what do you want to roll for?
Jesus Christ.
Initiative.
We're really terrible today. So Virgil, you did say you had a rock or something?
I didn't say I have a rock, but I have something that could be used to throw a rock
Okay.
from a position that's not where we're currently standing.
Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna choke slam my dog. I'll be right back.
Alright.
So this is becoming more combat-y, so I will give you one last opportunity to decide if we want to do this now or next session.
Well, you go choke slam your dog, I guess.
Yeah, I'm down for whatever.
Yeah. Technically we only have 10 minutes left, and I don't know how much extra time I'm gonna have.
End the combat really fast. Crush.
Succeed in literally everything we do.
Yeah. Because I was asking if we had like a rock or something, because I could imbue the rock with either a sound or something, and we can use it to distract guards away from us.
Can you imbue my hammer? Because I can throw that.
It says a tiny non-magical object, but it doesn't say like what the size, like the size is tiny. So
I
I'm
mean,
not
that's
sure.
a small weapon. That like it's classed as like a.
Yeah.
What about a ration?
I mean, that could work. It's
I'll
really
give you
just
a
got to be
ration.
whatever. Even if there's a pebble on the ground around us, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could probably roll for a check to get a pebble or some shit.
Let me look at my.
Okay, I'll just smash the paving stones until we get a little shard off it. And just...
I can use Mage Hand to knock on the ground.
Not sure if it'd be loud enough, but you could. Wonder, does Mage Hand
Mage Hand
emit
to
light?
slap a guard.
And lasts for the duration or until you dismiss it as an action. The hand vanishes if it is ever more than 30 feet away from you.
I mean, I've got an armored move. I can move a fucking real distance, and I can make some loud noise, and then I can move again.
Yeah.
So if I like went, I don't know, maybe behind the building.
So I mean, it's up to you guys on how much we want to try to do this today, because we have 2 mage hands that we could use.
Yeah.
It doesn't say they emit light, so
What are we talking about?
mage hand.
Oh, no, Mage Hand does not emit light.
Yeah. So what I'm thinking is we could both, because I could imbue 2 tiny objects with a light and keep them 30 feet to our sides, like at max distance, and maybe pull the guards away. And we could try to go straight through the middle, or we can pull.
The quickest,
Yeah.
the quickest option, but the riskiest.
Mm-hmm. Or we could try to pull just one side of these guards towards the other and go up one of the sides.
Hmm.
This would be a great time to just have like a sleep option where I could just put people to sleep at random.
I mean, I've got stunning strike, so I could move in on people and fucking go for the stun. It's
Just
like,
crack a dome.
Yeah.
Just knock them out.
You know, I can go for like this guy or this guy and just fucking.
Oh, is Cedar getting
Saying
off?
just overpowering someone.
Yeah, Kalza's not feeling well, so she went ahead and got off since we're about
Okay.
to anyways.
Okay. So I feel like we have a plan. Do we want to try to do this? I don't know how long it's going to take.
I think we'll do it next session.
Probably the safer option, because this could take an hour or more.
Yeah, could definitely could.
Okay. So the next session we will pick up with the heist. Should I call it the Great Heist, or is it just a heist?
It's just a heist. It's not great.
Anvil heist.
The Great Anvil Heist.
Yeah.
We are stealing an anvil for somebody and his deity. His deity proclaimed.
It's going to be the heist
"Give me an
forgery.
anvil."
That's what it is.
Oh. All
This-
right.
This
Well,
heist
then-
was crafted for perfection.
Yeah. Then, since I've heard none of your plans, besides the fact of Baychan possibly being used in Dancing Lights, we will pick up next week and we'll see what fun you guys have crafted. I'm sorry the session started late and wasn't hyper fun, but
That's all good.
it has been a day.
Yeah.
You can
No,
see what
like-
me and Nomad have been talking about.
Yeah, like I've been just kind of keeping up on y'all's little sidebar that you got going. You guys are welcome to stay and finish, or wait till next session to finish.
Warm up.
Oh, ho, ho.
Wow.
Been having a conversation.
Yeah. But I will let you guys go, and I will definitely see you next week. Hopefully on fucking time.
Yeah, and hopefully I had a decent night's sleep.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Fucking
And we should have Zugzug back next week. So
yay!
He's going to come back and be very confused on what the fuck is happening.
Where
I'm
is
gonna
that
laugh
for?
if he comes. I'm gonna laugh if he comes back and he's like, all right, I want Zugzug to appear, like behind him and be like, Zugzug lift things.
At that point, that's when we turn around and say, "Zug, go home." So we can't have you fucking raging and
Zugzug, we love you, buddy, but you gotta go back home.
yeah, so
Yeah.
go back home. Go
So-
play with Nomad and Ignatius.
All right, then we will pick back up next week, hopefully on time. So same bad time, same bad channel.